G'day everyone, Tony here. The delivery that was in that box yesterday was these 5 BRM 1/24th scale, 3 Camaros and 2 Mustangs. And the one that I really like the most is number 24, the DuPont paint job one. That's just phenomenal. And even though all these cars have the same interior cockpit, every one of them is painted differently. I can get this into the light. That guy's jumpsuit has got the same colours on it as the car, and his helmet's painted red and his gloves are red. It's got a blacked out interior. It's got a gear shift in there. Oh, trying to move it the right way. And around the other side of the car, excuse me moving it around, it has a fire extinguisher on the floor painted up. And you can see the colours of his fire suit. You compare that one to any of the other ones. It's exactly the same interior, but every driver is painted differently. And I love that touch. These cars are so beautiful. And at the moment, as you can see, I've got all the shoulders and the crash barriers off my track because I've just finished upgrading the power drops from 9 to 12 because I had 2 sections or 3 sections on the track where I was having a little bit of a power drop. One was coming through the big turn here that all the boxes are on. The other one was in that little straight section there in the middle. I did have a crossover in there, but I've taken that out because straight after the crossover it was dead. The track was dead, so I moved the crossover and you could drive through there, but you could still see the cars were slowing down. And the other section was on the flyover in this section here. So there's now 11 taps instead of 9. Every 17 pieces there's a power tap. And I've finished wiring in the axle box, and so I can now run all the analog cars again. But until I get the shoulders and the edging back on, none of these cars are going to get run. I had my BRM Capris out, and they were pristine before I started, but you can now see a massive big scar on that corner there because it slipped off on this corner here, landed on its side and slid across the wood of the table. So I'm not going to be an idiot and drive any of these cars again, even though I'm really tempted to drive those cars, but they're just too nice. And I don't want shelf queens, but I don't deliberately destroy cars either. I only run, even though I've got a massive track, I hardly ever run the cars flat out. I run them at a pace where you can accelerate with full acceleration, coming in and out of curves, like on the straights and then coming out of curves. Because I don't want the cars just flying off because you got them overpowered. And I find that not fun because you got to, especially on a track this size, and you're here by yourself, it doesn't matter how many poles and grips you got, you still have to walk around the table. And this table is 7.3 metres long by 2.7 metres, 3.6 metres wide. So, you know, if you come off, it sucks. You've got to do a long walk. You do the walk of shame. So I drive them so that they're fun to drive, at the speed that they're fun to drive. I was driving my Legends Them I can drive around the track at the moment, at about 8 volts with no problem. The General Lee, God, I'm staring at it, it's got General Lee written on it, my brain just wouldn't work. That I can drive around the track at 10 volts. The Scalies, until I changed guides and put better tyres on them. Unfortunately, I think they're the worst of all the slot cars that I've got. And I've got NSRs, Revo slots, BRMs, Scale Auto, like all the different brands. And out of Carrera and Scale Electric, I'll take Carrera any day over the Scale Electric. I've got like a few of them Scale Electric cars, but I haven't been impressed with any of them. So they hardly ever come out of the cupboard. You know, I'd rather spend me money on something that handles and you can set up a bit better. Hence all the BRMs, the NSRs and stuff. Even though I have about 70 Carrera cars, I haven't bought a Carrera car in probably a year. But I don't know how many BRMs and Revo slots and NSRs and advanced slot, and the only ones I haven't bought ones of are Thunder slot. And I was going to buy Thunder slot, but these came up on sale. I saw them while I was watching. I didn't even know they were available. I saw them when I was watching the Aussie Slot Car Show, and I went there just to order this one. Ended up ordering that one. Then 2 weeks later, I ordered that one, and then I went, ah, shit, get the 5th one. So may as well get all of them. But anyway, all right, that's it for what was in the box and what's happening with the track. I've just now got to go in and edit this and see if the young fella's got me intro and everything organised, and you can show me how to put together videos, and that way I can edit out all my stumbling and my speech issues that I have. Anyway, keep having fun, guys, because you know I am. And with a track this big, there's always something to be done. All right, see you next time. Keep having fun.